I'm Traubin, or Traubin underscore, if you want to be formal. I run SMO, just average funny SMO player. Joining me in co-coms is Unimu7.
Hi everyone, I'm Unimu. I'm also an SMO, SMO runner, primarily for any percent. And today we got a super cool match between Cars and Swissconsin, both with very similar PBs.
Yeah, and in this time range, anything can happen. You know, most people find that you can PB with the weirdest things.
For sure.
Very bad things can happen. You know, there's no guarantees.
All right, so it looks like both racers have started, or at least Cars has started. There we go. Okay. And the race is underway. So we're gonna be starting, obviously, with Cap. Usually, not.
Oh, we're just not talking.
Okay, because you got like cut off there, and then you just turned into a black void. I was like, did I break it?
Yeah, I heard you cut it off. I'm not sure what happened. Alright, he DM'd me, said Wi-Fi is being funny. He'll probably be back in a sec.
There we go. Does that work?
Yep.
All right, cool. And we're back.
Alright, just in cap here.
Yeah.
Nothing usually too much can happen here. But
Doesn't seem like... I don't think any of these runners will be going for the semi-faster... Oh, well, actually, Cars. Cars going for the semi-faster frog room movement. Saves about 0.5.
yeah, I mean, if you can do it, definitely worth. Both going for right side. That's what I like to see. Like left side bad.
Nah, man, left side's where it's at. But yeah, it's not very unusual for players around, like, honestly, anything higher than like around a 104 to be going for right side. It's usually like the more preferred choice, considering left side is not fun.
Yep. Right side can be fast and safe.
And plus, left side only saves about 1 second.
Alright, both solid caps.
Looks like
Both the two.
Cars will be coming out slightly ahead by maybe around a second.
But both getting a nice 2x cap.
Yeah, Cars with a 227 and Swiss with a high 228. So Cars should be ahead by around a second going out of cap. But as everybody knows, cap is not the determining factor in any race. Oh, right. Swiss also started a little later, so they could be even.
Hopefully it doesn't count. As long as it doesn't come down to 1 second at the end, shouldn't be a huge deal.
Right, yeah. Looks like both runners were able to get like just normal beginning Cascade movement. It's good to see that people weren't spin pounding at the start of Cascade, because what a lot of people don't realize is that spin pounding at the start of most kingdoms is actually quite slower than just regularly rolling.
Slight hiccup from Cars. Nothing too crazy, but coming up to Dino Skip. Not the hardest trick in the game, but again, you can't sleep on it.
For sure, for sure. Personally, I think not just me, but I feel like every single runner, no matter their level, has screwed up Dino Skip multiple times in their life. It looks like both of them getting it perfectly.
It's very nice.
So it looks like Swiss is going to the other side of the arena for Madame Brew. This is something I haven't actually seen, but
Interesting
can't
strat.
seem to get the fast strat. But I think
it
because
seems because on the hill, because
Right.
he's on that uphill, he can back it up.
right, exactly. Oh, it looks like Cars also screwed up. So it
Yeah,
looks like
so-
Swiss is actually going to take a small lead out of the Madame Brood fight.
Yeah, the Madame Brood can be very annoying, and Swiss went for a little bit of safer strats, and it paid off.
For sure, for sure.
About 2 seconds difference now.
It looks like Cars made more of a priority when it came to getting coins. Now, it's important that in the Sand Kingdom, we grab a chest that has roughly 50 coins in it, meaning that it's important to have about 50 coins or a little less than 50 coins entering sand, at least at this level, because we need 100 coins to buy a moon in the Wooded Kingdom.
So coin management is very important. Definitely something I've seen beginners struggle with is just being able to have enough coins.
Oh, looks like
that
Cars
rock.
taking a rough bonk.
That rock is a very tall wall.
But it's a
Oh,
good thing, and goes
Oh, but
straight under
getting-
the chain chomp.
Onto the chomp, very nice to see.
Nice.
Pulling in the ladies.
But yeah, it's good to have. I think Cars purposely, because when he bonked, he moved a little bit to the left to distract the chain jump from destroying that rock wall, because that can lose even more time. So Swiss leaving Cascade at 5:51, and Cars will be leaving at 5:57. So roughly a 6-second difference.
So I don't think either of the runners here set up DSTA, so I think they'll both be going for manual DSTA.
Right.
If done often, if you can have fast menuing, I believe manual DSTA will only lose around 8.
I don't think I've ever seen runner. Oh, it looks like Cars having some issues skipping the
Pulling up the
fast
action
action guide
guide.
there.
Needing a refresher on how to press what inputs for Mario.
I don't think I've ever seen runners do manual DSTA, so this is going to be interesting for me. Swiss taking the umbrella approach, often seen around this level, but it looks like Cars is actually going for the slightly more optimal route.
Looks like, yeah, Cars is going to be going for the manual DSTA.
Ooh,
route.
very nice. Getting right on that railing. That's actually quite difficult, and it looks like he nailed it.
Yeah, getting the DSTA movement, which is... Yeah, so if everything goes well on sand and no bad Jaxie skips, Cars could take the lead.
Right. I think Cars... Oh, and Cars going for the manual DSTA.
Yeah.
Swiss just not even attempting it.
Yeah, so
And I believe...
so Cars seems behind now, but with this manual DSTA going to be able to skip Luggage Moon.
Right. Actually, now that I think about it, if Cars can keep up a decent amount of movement, Cars should be ahead getting out of sand.
I'm actually interested to see what route Swiss does, because when you don't do DSTA, you have two options. You can do Sphinx route, or you can do a little advanced, which skips Sphinx and gets notes.
Right.
So,
And looks like Swiss did not attempt a trick called Dram, in which you will up throw and get that moon in the alcove, and if you do it correctly, you'll be able to transport all the way up there without using that icicle on the side. But it doesn't look like Swiss attempted it, taking the safe approach.
Cars having a little troubles on the icicle here. That icicle can do some wacky stuff,
For sure.
but no, I don't think any of the runners here will be going for Dram.
Oh, but Swiss doing the fast bullet bill tech. That's actually a nice little time save there.
Yeah, very important. It's get to know how to do that.
Right, yeah.
Very free time save there.
Basically, what happens there is while Cars is getting this little crate moon, I can explain it. If you time your boosts correctly using the bullet bill and eventually let go the right before shaking, you can actually get the bullet bill to move significantly faster. And with what Swiss did there, he could have saved maybe around a second or a half. Car's going for it as well.
Missing the tech up a little bit, but I think got the thing again. Also, Swiss doing the notes route. Good to see.
Interesting. Car's going for the nice DSTA movement there. Did it quite well.
So as you can see now, because of manual DSTA, now they're both tied. Like, almost tied. Cars is actually in the lead now.
Look at that.
Because of DSTA road. That's the powers.
It looks like Cars is being...
No,
actually, both
Spezzy,
runners.
this is live.
Looks like both runners were taking their bullet boosting pretty safe for Jax Escape, which is what you just saw when you go up those Jaxi ruins. Probably a great choice because messing up those boosts can compromise your position on the Jaxi ruins and you could die.
But both of them getting Jax Escape, good to see. Nothing tragic happening.
And also, if you guys were not able to tell, on top of those ruins after Jaxi Escape, both runners grab a chest, which contained the aforementioned 50 coins. So it looks like both runners should have over 100 coins, which should help them grabbing that moon and wooded. Solid notes from Cars, and a similarly solid notes from Swiss.
Overall, not the worst hand.
Right. And a great map warp by Cars, significantly fast. Looks like Swiss is gonna grab that map text, which happens when you grab your first checkpoint of the game. You'll get that map text. It loses around a second.
Yeah. It's nothing huge, but can be annoying.
Right. Except I don't think Cars got it, meaning that in later kingdoms, I believe maybe in Metro, when Cars decides to warp, he should get the text there. So the time save or the time loss doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
Looks like Cars has a roughly 6 or 7 second lead going out of sand, so the lead is already changed.
Yeah, every kingdom, there's a chance for something new, but both very decent sand exits.
So Cars will be entering Lake now. I don't think we'll see any runners doing anything with Lake Clip or touching it. Lake Clip is not
Hopefully
fun.
not. Yeah, hopefully not. You know, saves 8 seconds, but it's definitely not the easiest, and it's definitely not the most consistent trick in the game.
Right. Looks like Cars is taking the safer approach by going onto that little flower platform, while Swiss is actually taking the slightly faster line, which could put him ahead, which could narrow the gap by around like a second or so. Yeah, so Cars isn't going to be doing anything with Lake Clip, and Swiss similarly will not be doing Lake Clip.
Good to see.
Cars is grabbing the Dory Moon. Swiss will be quickly approaching. So it'll actually be interesting to see the Rango fight, which is coming up. Because Rango is not fun.
No, Rango can be a pain.
For sure.
Rango catches you off guard. Backing it up is not easy.
For sure. Especially because if you looks like Car's getting a beautiful like little lake jump there. That can lose a lot of time if you're not in the right position, but Swiss nails it just as well. Oh, but taking damage to the Goombas.
Those little Goombas, they cause the input drops.
And Cars.
Oh no, Cars with the Rango.
Cars screwing up the first Rango thing, but Swiss nailing it.
Yeah, Swiss having a very clean Rango so far.
A perfect Rango by Swiss, and they're basically tied now.
Yeah, basically tied now. Swiss with a very, very slight lead.
An impressive Rango by Swiss. The main issue with Rango is that if you miss one of the cycles, Rango, you can see, kind of jumps around the arena, and it's very difficult to stop him while he's doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Rango is just probably one of the hardest bunny fights.
So, both runners getting into, in my opinion, the first really difficult Kingdom of the Run. They're going to be both going to Wooded.
Yeah, depending on what goes on here, this is where some leads are born.
Sure. I don't think either runner will be doing Nut Clip because it's a very difficult strat. There's just a lot to it, and it's usually done for PBs that are like around the 105, 104 level. But Wooded is just as difficult with or without Nut Clip.
Wooded, definitely one of the hardest kingdoms out there. And now looking at it, they are looking perfectly tied.
Perfectly tied. Yeah, that first cutscene skip was like frame perfectly tied. Looks like
But,
Swiss actually gets some faster mashing.
Yeah, so busting up the mashing strats, saving very minuscule amount of time. Both going for the good rock strat with the bunny.
Oh, Car's missing the bunny.
Swiss getting it.
But missing the bunny shouldn't be that much of an issue because the bunny stops moving, so you can just kind of run into its path. Car is bonking on the rock though, but shouldn't be too big of a time loss.
Managing to get the bunny. Cars with the Swiss with the getting the shot moon.
And Car's following up, both having well more than enough coins than they actually need.
Yeah, so looks like about 5-6 lead from Swiss.
Looks like both runners are going to be taking the same line, going up to the what most people just like to call the Nut Clip moon. Car's having a little bit of trouble getting around that corner, but Swiss having a very quick nut grab.
Oh wow, Cars with the nice up throw strat.
Yeah, that was nice.
Very clean.
A nice roll cancel by Cars as well. Very clean.
Very clean.
It's like Swiss was trying to attempt. Wait, let me see if Cars gets it. And Cars gets it. So
it's very small, but it's there. Timing a jump after slopes. I don't know. Maybe Unique can explain it better, but
right. So there's something that a lot of people like to call speedy nut boy, just because you're with the nut boy and you're speedy. So basically, if you jump off of these little pots on the slopes on the edge, if you get it just right, the upload actually moves significantly faster, and you get more distance for your jumps, and it's a nice time to have.
All right, Swiss taking it safe, getting the warp checkpoint, heading back to pipes now.
So Swiss is going to be doing warp route. I would assume Cars is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I think there's a roughly 5-second lead by Swiss currently. Still, both runners remaining quite close, even in Wooded.
Let's see how pipes goes though. Definitely not a fun sub area. Known for the input drops, but Swiss not going for the fast cycle.
Probably a good choice, considering you can lose it a lot if you miss it up.
And Car's not going for the fast cycle, which is fair. Very understandable.
Both runners having a pretty clean pipes overall for not doing any advanced movement, and there's the warp text for Cars. Oh, Swiss almost falling right off of the ledge there. Wouldn't have been too big of a time loss though, considering he has the checkpoint that he grabbed. Cars seem to have an input
a dive there.
Right. It's like an input drop.
Swiss grabbing the moon at a mid 813. Cars grabbing. Oh, Cars forgetting to kill the plant.
Having some trouble jumping on it, but running an 11-second time on. Did you say 18-13 for Swiss?
I did say, yeah.
For 11 seconds, yeah.
So, you've noticed here, there has been no major mistakes, but just with clean, consistent movement, that's the main thing. How you very interesting visual of how you can see how movements.
Sure. Doesn't seem like either runner went for a Flower Road skip, which is a very
Smart choice.
difficult. Yeah, very smart. Smart choice on them being a very difficult trick and doesn't actually save that much by just taking the flower road. Ours rolling off the ledge though, being optimal.
Swiss struggling a little bit with getting up there with the uproot. That can be annoying.
Definitely a weird moon.
But got up there. Got up there.
Let's see how Cars does it. Cars also having some trouble on it.
But getting up there just fine.
Yeah. So Swiss gonna be entering the Spirit fight.
Spirit definitely isn't shouldn't be too much trouble for either runner.
Right. Significantly
Hopefully.
easier than Rango in my opinion.
Yes, probably, in my opinion, probably one of the easiest fights.
For sure. Oh, Cars going for the slightly more optimal backflip
Yeah, the backflip
on
strat,
Spirit.
very nice.
That actually saves a considerable amount of time.
Yeah, getting
And
it too. Very nice.
So we should be able to assess the time saves from multi-moon grab. So Swiss
25
exiting
fade.
multi-moon at 25.
Yeah, 25 moon fade. Looking. Yeah, so
Like yeah.
12 seconds.
Yeah. Still pretty close for the wooded. Nothing really crazy happening.
Slight hiccups in wooded, but like nothing too bad.
Right. Both players actually playing very solid for about basically the early game of Super Mario Odyssey 90% is coming to a close. We're going to be getting into the mid game where that's where stuff really gets started.
Oh yeah, we have Lost Kingdom, which Lost. It's never fun. Probably, it's up there in one of the hardest kingdoms. It's
Sure.
While being short, the movement you do is not easy
For sure.
for any level.
Looks like yeah, we have to go to Cloud first. Usually, probably, in my opinion, the second easiest kingdom, besides Ruin, of course.
Yeah, a little trick you can do in Cloud called fast hats. It's basically just going up to Bowser, timing a backflip and a cap throw right when you're above the hat. If done perfectly, saves 10 seconds. But again, messing it up will lose you time over the normal strats. Cars,
Sure.
getting the first fast hat.
Cars went for it. That'll be a nice time save. Looks like Swiss is going for it and nails the second fast hat as well.
Looks like they're going for it, which is very nice to see.
Cars almost taking damage, but also nails it.
Yep,
Swiss
Cars
did
didn't
not
get
even
as
go
much
for a
fast
fast hat. Swiss did not go for the first fast hat, so if Cars can get all of them, that's a nice time save for him.
Getting the third fast hat on Swiss.
And both runners nailing fast hats. Very nice.
Very clean Cloud from Cars. What you like to see.
Cars should narrow the gap a little because he went for the first fast hat while Swiss did not.
The first one isn't the hugest time save, but it's definitely faster.
For sure. Swiss,
Alright.
starting off, looks like...
Meme tree, very not fun.
Oh boy.
It's
Taking
yeah.
a bonk on the leaf.
We're seeing the effects.
Oh
yeah,
no.
Cars
Cars
going-
getting a very optimal me. Oh no.
going for the fast strat. It's understandable, but overshooting the leaf there.
Sure, yeah. I found it
for it
easier
again.
to change your camera there, but Cars nails it on the second attempt.
Yeah, going for the second try, going on the lower ledge.
So Swiss getting around a 23-27 moon grab for butterfly, and now we're gonna have to see what Cars gets.
Cars going for the double jumps. Oh, pretty much the
Fudge
double
rabbit.
of that. That was definitely that's a nice strat actually. I haven't seen
Yeah, for
anyone
sure.
really do that.
Looks like they have about a 14-second difference currently, about 1 moon apart. But the very scary part of Lost is coming up, and more specifically, all of this stuff that has to do with that cage and that moon under that bridge. That kills runs.
Yeah, that moon under that bridge, definitely not fun. If you die without getting the moon, and if you're not careful, you can grab it,
Oh,
but if you're not
Swiss.
careful, you will get kleptoed.
Swiss missing the trapedal on the block, going to have to reset it up. This could allow cars to definitely catch up.
Yeah, now from looks like not that big. Yeah, they're about a second apart now. Maybe less than a second now. Oh yeah, less than a second apart.
Very nice. As you can see, Lost is very unpredictable, and it can do a lot in races. Both runners going for the stone cage setup of the route.
Very nice because you can do the iron cage, but that is only faster if you cage triple, which is definitely not a easy strat.
Oh boy, and both runners nailing the under the bridge movement. Very nice.
Swiss
That can be.
save-
Oh,
both runners saving themselves. Cars with
Wow.
the wall jumps
Bro.
too. Very
I'm
nice.
getting the up throw strat. You usually don't see something like that at this level. That's
No.
very impressive.
Cars going for the fancy lost strats.
Very impressive.
Messing up meme tree, but other than that, Cars had a very good lost.
Sure. Looks like the meme tree did not do much considering Swiss's trouble
Yeah.
with the trapedal. So both are still staying very close.
So Cars definitely closed the gap.
Probably like a 2-second difference if I'm not mistaken, or maybe a 1-second difference.
You love to see these
Yeah, 1
close
second.
races.
Love to see it. Going into Night Metro, usually not the craziest part of Metro. That credit goes to Day, but a lot of things can go wrong in Night Metro.
Yeah, the awning jump.
Oh yeah,
Definitely on paper, it's pretty simple, but this game's not very nice.
very clean movement by Cars. Missing the spin throw, but still very clean nonetheless.
Right.
Coming up to the awning jump. Swiss nailing it, and
Yeah,
so does Cars.
Both getting very nice awning jump. Cars with a slight hiccup. Nice little backup though.
Both runners losing their speed a little bit. Very close to bonking on that girder, but both of them are able to get the moon right in it.
Being able to get that, being able to long jump from there, very nice.
Oh, Cars with the
going
double
for the
roll.
Kuma jump.
That is very optimal.
Barely missing it, but that's fine. That was still still fast.
Definitely faster than the long jump that Swiss decided to go for. More risky, but definitely a better reward. Going into the...
Oh no, you can go ahead.
Okay, we're going into the Night Metro Hall now. Very scary area. It looks like Swiss is nailing the movement there. It looks like Cars messed up the cycle.
Yeah. But plus these poles, they have the dumbest physics that I've ever seen.
Gotta agree.
All right, coming up into the
Swiss-
blind
oh,
jump
man.
there. Going for the safe trick jumper strats, but paying off.
And both runners nailing blind jump. That can be very scary.
Yeah, definitely not a very beginner friendly strat there.
For sure. Swiss entering the Mecha Wiggler fight. Now this getting a 3 cycle here instead of the optimal 2 cycle could bring Swiss behind by roughly like 20 seconds.
Good first stage from Cars, very nice
For
shot.
sure, yeah. Nailing all the shots.
Already from that, Cars takes the lead from that.
Oh wow, look at that.
It looks like. Also, the Wiggler is going into the wrong position, so Cars is gonna save time by a better Wiggler positioning as well.
For sure, yeah. The way the bullets work in the Mecha Wiggler fight is if you shoot one bullet at a bubble on the Mecha Wiggler's body, the 2 bubbles adjacent to the bubble that you hit will also be broken. And the way that Cars got such a good first phase is he was able to hit 3 bubbles that nailed all 9 of the bubbles on the Mecha Wiggler's body. So that was awesome.
Coming up on the hard phase here. Not the worst pattern, but let's see if.
Oh
Cars-
shoot, Swiss having a little bit of trouble, but it looks like he'll be fine.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Cars gonna be
getting a
missing
3
the second cycle.
Damn.
Swiss getting the 2 cycle though. Damn, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
There's definitely times when there's nothing you can do. The Wiggler can go over its body, it can go over itself, and there's times when you can hit it, and there's times where you just can't. It just
Sure.
won't let you. So yeah,
yeah.
free cycle, losing about 30 seconds. Swift's getting a solid lead now.
Right. But the race is not over. There's still a lot of the run to go and a lot of scary things that could screw people up here. Also, most people know the Mecha Wiggler to have very weird hitboxes, but a big reason as to why Cars had very oddly weird hitboxes is because his pattern actually had the Wiggler crossing over its body, and when that happens, the hitboxes get extra weird.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely an RNG factor
Sure.
where Odyssey doesn't have much. All right, so it's not going for the jump at the start. Not a huge deal. That jump doesn't save that much.
Going up to doesn't look like Swiss will be going for Scoot Clip. Probably a good choice. That can
Very
lose
good
a
choice.
lot. I think a very clean RC
Yeah,
cross.
very nice RC.
Wow. Ours will be going for the girder jam. Let's see if he can nail it. It looks like that. That should be good.
Looks good.
Nailing that. That's a good, like, 2 seconds.
Not going for pole jam. Makes sense though. That only saves about 1.
Sure. See the
Also
RC
going
card. Wow.
Very nice RCs.
Both runners having very clean RCs. I'm not able to do that. I always had issues with the RC. It has very wonky controls.
No need to do scoop flip if you didn't get a very nice RC like that.
For sure. Swiss coming up to crates. Looks like, yeah, both runners will be doing the musician's route for Metro, which is, you know, common at this level.
All right,
That can lose a lot.
coming up to the determiner of the run. Oh right, they're doing the Swiss going for the. It's very slight, but warping first is technically slower than going out of there and getting the drummer.
Wow. Do you guys see that up throw roll cancel by Swiss? That was very fancy.
Going for the fancy strats.
Oh.
Let's see if Cars takes the warp out of here, or if Cars will be going straight to drummer. Cars going to drummer.
Looks like, yeah, we'll be
Faster
going to
route.
drummer.
Plus, basically dive out of crates. As long as it wasn't a long jump out of crates, we're fine.
Swiss going up to the scary tower, but looks like a great setup. That can lose like well over 15 just because of mistiming your backwards.
Not going for the very nice climb. Climb is definitely
Awesome. Oh no, Swiss. It's like missing a spin pound and getting a weird dive, but that shouldn't lose too much.
Yes, still being able to grab the moon.
Sure.
Looks like Cars, depending on how the rest of this Metro goes, is going to be able to gain some time back.
If Swiss can get the fast cafe, and does, that is very impressive.
Sniping the ground.
Ours, going into the park, it looks like the routes are diverging, but they should be coming together very soon. Actually, no, I think the routes will be different for the entirety of Metro now.
Yeah, because I believe Swiss will be going straight to drummer after people room here.
Right. Ours warping up to the dumpster that Swiss warped to earlier.
So the diverging in routes, the route is essentially the same, except you just do some slightly different movement.
Ooh, Swiss taking up. Ooh,
Double
Swiss having
bonk on
some
the
trouble. Table.
Cars getting the nice blind dive there. That can be kind of scary, but
Sure, yeah. But a good tip for doing that is that'll usually work if you just do not hold any direction on your control stick when you dive, and it should work just fine.
Oh really? I always hold
Yeah.
forward.
And I stopped holding forward because sometimes I would lose distance. R is not going for the spin pound. Very good choice. It doesn't save a lot, and going for the safer strat there.
Looks like Swiss is gonna be ahead because Swiss just has to get Scrap and the bassist, and then he'll be done.
For sure. Cars with that 3 cycle definitely brought him down quite a bit behind Swiss.
Definitely not over though. A lot of game left to be played.
100%. Both runners will be coming up to Snow.
Yes. Snow. I would say when you're starting out, pretty straightforward kingdom. I don't expect any of the runners to go for Snowdram. If they do, that would be very interesting.
I don't think we've seen any players go for Snowdram in this league yet. It's a very scary trick. Saves only about 7.
Very
done
risky.
like perfectly.
Yeah.
Very risky for sure.
Missing it loses about 17. So
Looks like Cars is roughly 20 seconds behind. So honestly, with that 3 cycle, not that big of a time loss. Looks like he had much cleaner movement in this day metro.
yeah, definitely had a better day metro, getting back some time.
Well, actually, only about 17 seconds, not even 20. That's very nice by Cars.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean day metro.
Sure. So if I'm not mistaken, if you're not doing the Snowdram route, you go into the Rango room and you grab that moon around the mountain, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You go to the room, get the moon tucked behind the mountain, and then look for the Odyssey.
Right, yeah. Swiss going for slightly less optimal long jumps over the water, but honestly, bumping into Toad. Cars having much cleaner movement.
Just becoming the resident Toad abuser.
Cars having a significantly better movement up to Toad because instead of long jumping over the water, he rolled into the water, and that can save a lot because long jumps are the slowest piece of movement.
Also doing a nice roll cancel right before getting to Toad, being able to talk to Toad very fast.
Right, right. Ooh, very nice move by Cars.
Swiss going for the triple. Very nice first moon in Treveria from Swiss.
Yeah. See what Cars does.
Also, forgot to mention, both runners did get a hint art in Metro, giving them 200 coins, allowing them to buy the shot moon here.
Right, there was a little Luigi hint art in the pool that both ground pounded, and that gives you roughly 200 coins. So Swiss will be leaving shop at around 35.52. And Cars will be leaving at roughly about a 13-second difference. So Cars actually made up 4 seconds just from this beginning part of the snow movement.
Alright, don't expect anyone to go for the moon clip here.
Yeah, it only saves a second. It'd be very cool to see though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, going for a YOLOing it, honestly, like, you don't lose that much even for going for it.
For sure. And it's not very difficult movement if you do get the clip, so it's a nice time save to add.
Swiss getting the boost, getting up there nicely.
Doesn't seem to get the triple though.
Didn't lose too much, as long as he's able to get up there.
Oh, Cars.
Cars getting
having
the boost,
some weird movement there.
Getting the boost, but going to have to go back down.
Didn't lose too much though.
Very nice poison room from Swiss.
Swiss having a little hiccup getting up there. Let's see how Cars having a very fast blowing of those spinies. That can be difficult if the spinies are being arrogant.
Alright, coming up to the Goomba room. Goomba room is definitely not the nicest. The Goombas can die on you. They'll just leave you in the dust, and then there's nothing really too much you can do about it.
And there's also ice physics.
Oh, also ice physics, and yeah, it's just Goomba room is it's not nice.
Yeah, it looks like Swiss being safe. Oh man, that Goomba's really off on the edge there. Oh no! And the Goomba jumping off.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, gonna have to reload the area.
I don't think it works if you reload the area, or does it?
It should work. No, it doesn't.
Oh, you had to die. Yeah, oh, never mind. No, it's there. Never mind. Dying might actually be quicker there. And Cars taking the lead once again.
Cars taking a very safe line to the story moon.
Probably a good choice with all the weird ice things going on. What was that? Yeah. It's very rare, but that Goomba can just fall off.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Definitely, Snow, it doesn't seem like that, but when it comes down to it, Snow has some RNG to it. It's got the Spinies are RNG in Poison Room. They don't have the biggest difference, but the Goombas in Ice Room, their position is RNG, and them dying is pretty much RNG.
Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't happen often, yeah.
Yeah, so Cars getting a nice lead here.
Oh, very nice lead, actually. It could be roughly maybe 10 or 15 seconds of a lead.
Yeah, getting a 57 moon grab, 38-57 moon grab. Working for
Cars
the Odyssey.
warping at 39.02, and we'll have to see when Swiss does that.
So, looks like around
We're on a 14-second difference now.
Yep.
So Cars actually entered Snow being 14 seconds behind and is now leaving Snow being 14 seconds ahead.
Yeah, turning it around. But now
there's
coming
also
up to
big
Seaside, I wouldn't be surprised if the runners go for Fish Clip. It's definitely been said now where it's just kind of worth going for pretty much everyone at this point.
Sure, it's definitely the
with some
easiest
practice.
clip.
With some practice, definitely the easiest clip you can do. Saves a nice amount of time. But
Yeah.
well, I would say when you're a beginner, Seaside's known as the chill kingdom. Nothing too much can go wrong.
There's still some scary parts of Seaside. For example, the third moon of Seaside right after Rumble Room, that little Gushin area can be very scary because of some weird camera is going on. Very nice line by Cars.
Nice beginning movement from Swiss.
Neither runners getting value dives on that backflip. That's happened to me well too many times, so it's good to see. And Cars going up to this scary Gushin room.
Alright, that single jump strat looks easy.
Oh, Cars missing the
A
moon.
little mess with it, but getting that single jump strat is still very nice. Cars backing up that nicely.
Sure, Swiss coming up here.
Yeah, Swiss taking a second to line himself up. Honestly, smart decision. Getting the moon nicely.
It's like Cars was trying to go for the triple, yeah, but it seems to be too far into the water. Let's see if Swiss goes for it.
Swiss also going for the triple, getting it.
Did Cars fish bonk going to that chest?
I'm not sure.
I didn't see that.
Swiss is probably gonna gain some time. I would feel. Oh, damage.
Getting that damage, yeah. It's definitely hard to control the fish when you're going up and down. It's such drastic movement, so it takes some time.
Oh wow, yeah, the little kelp guys really ganging up on Swiss there.
Doing a lot of damage, yeah.
Not giving him much room to breathe. But Cars going to Dory.
Very nice by Cars, not shaking to get that moon, and still does not fish bonk on the ceiling. That seems so easy, but it can really lose a lot of time. It's like, yeah, Cars should be setting up fish clip now, so we'll have to see how this goes.
That looks
great
good.
setup. That looks great.
That looks yeah, only needing the first capture. Wow. Very nice fish clip.
That was a very nice fish clip setup. Let's see if he can grab this moon safely without clipping in.
Taking a little time to grab the moon, but not clipping back in. But yeah,
pretty solid fish clip by Cars.
For Swiss. Don't think the one capture is gonna work. Oh wow, it did.
Nice.
That was very close, and I'm pretty surprised that worked.
Boy, oh, that was close.
That was
almost
close.
Clipping in. That was scary.
But Swiss with a very scary fish clip. Almost clipping in.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That fish clip, man.
That was very sketch, but working out. Cars, honestly, pretty solid Seaside.
Looks like Cars increased his lead, actually.
Oh, yeah, at a 43.07 fade.
Looks like Swiss is roughly 21 seconds behind currently. Cars going into luncheon, known as one of the scariest kingdoms, and really the start of late game in SMO, and this is just where things get really hard and really risky.
Yeah, so a nice 20-second lead from Cars here. But again, luncheon, like Unimu said, very scary kingdom. Definitely, I would say second hardest kingdom.
Cars messing up that setup.
The little roof there the little like underhang of that roof there, very annoying.
Good backup by Cars. I don't think any runners will be going for solid triple. It's very scary.
Very risky. Saves like
Oh
two.
shoot, Swiss.
Taking damage at the
Messing up his
start.
angle at the start.
I think trying to roll too early.
Yeah, not getting the roll angle correctly.
But getting up to the moon nicely.
Cars having some issues getting out of that alcove, but nothing too crazy. Going into Spirit now, the second Spirit fight, just as easy as the first one.
Yeah. Can't say Odyssey is too known for hard bosses, except for
sure.
the next fight.
Actually, now that I think about it, is there any difference between the luncheon? Oh, Swiss. Having some trouble getting to the Spirit fight, taking 2 bits of damage. That'll make Spirit a lot riskier.
Oh yeah, gonna have to be really careful here. I do believe there's a heart in one of the beans, but you did forget the key difference between the luncheon Spirit fight and the wooded Spirit fight. It's so crazy. So runners have to perfectly master how to know how to deal with Spirit. With wooded, Spirit is in a circular arena, making it definitely 100% more different than Spirit being in a luncheon rectangle arena. It's very, very huge difference. Definitely.
I guess there's technically one difference, and that's being that you spawn closer to Spirit in Wooded than you do in Luncheon.
Yeah, so being serious there, I guess in a way that makes the Wooded fight a little easier, depending on how you do your starting strat. But Cars getting some very clean movement out of the Magma Room.
Swiss entering the Magma Room. Now this can be scary with this wall right here is notorious for giving you random bonks.
But pretty clean room.
Yeah. Ooh, Cars with a very clean crates. That was awesome.
Did the Cars do the triple?
I did not see. Doesn't seem to be going for the long jump on the triple, or long jump on the turnip, not triple. I think, yeah, both. So Swiss is exactly 2 moons apart from Cars. Now Cars is getting into for Luncheon, in my opinion, gets really scary because, oh man, dying anywhere here will lose you a disgusting amount of time.
Swiss got a clean crates there. But yeah, definitely going down from here to there. It's pretty easy to miss a long jump, falling and then fall in the lava.
Sure. Cars going into forks.
Another scary room.
Ooh. Doing the camera minute at the start. If you guys don't know, putting your camera up there makes one of the Cappy launchers spawn right in front of you, and that can actually save a nice amount of time.
Very
clean forks.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
Like Swiss is gonna be trying to go for the lava bubble manip here. Looks like he'll be doing just fine with it.
Yeah, that was a very nice manip. Potabu jump? Going for Potabu jump.
Missing Potabu jump, but going for the safer strat afterwards. I think that was a good choice.
Yeah, Potabu jump, it's definitely weird to figure out.
Sure.
Takes some labbing out to get down.
If I'm being honest, I feel like Potabu jump is almost completely just based on feel. I feel like there's no like right or wrong formula on getting it.
Definitely something you just gotta get used to yourself.
Swiss having some trouble getting around that fence.
Yeah. Little trouble in forks there. But
Cars having some trouble getting up there.
Yeah. Hammer Bro not being nice. Spiney's not being nice.
Nothing's being nice for this cheese.
Yeah, that was throwing the pans there. That's also pretty much RNG.
Yeah.
It can be really bad or really good.
Sure.
So, definitely a rough cheese there.
I don't think
Cars still with a very solid lead.
Yeah. I don't think Swiss went for Potabu jump. I think he just went straight to the left. Swiss coming up to cheese now. Now this could actually save him some time if he gets a much better one. Significantly better cheese.
Yeah. Oh, bonking on the cheese, not a huge deal, but definitely solid.
It was a significantly better cheese than Cars. Cars going for the
dive fancy, or not dive vault.
Dive
the fancy vault strat into the triple. Very
My
nice.
opinion, this is the scariest part of launching. This moon right here. This is
Right, yeah.
terrifying.
You can do a blind dive and a single jump. Yeah, cars resending the camera, going for safe strats, very smart decision.
Yeah. See if Swiss goes for it though.
But that was a pretty clean launching from cars.
Yeah. Cars
Slight,
will be saving some extra time because Swiss is not going for the vault strat here.
But yeah, aside from that one small mistake at the start of luncheon, very clean.
Yeah. And Swiss does, based on what his camera is, I doubt he'll be going for any blind dives. A
Yeah,
faster
also
setup.
doing a long jump. Good to see.
Oh shoot. Oh no. Having some trouble
okay.
doing that before. But at least was able to capture the other one.
Backing it up. So Cars has a very solid lead.
For sure, yeah.
Looks like Cars will be exiting lunch.
Cars. The text shows up at 50:06. Swiss is just now getting the multi-moon. So I'd say roughly 45 to 50 seconds.
50-11 lunch exit from Cars.
Looks like, yeah, roughly like 45 seconds of difference between the two. Actually, around 50 now.
Definitely not
50
over,
seconds.
though.
Yeah, for sure. Bowser's is coming up, and that is
Coming up with
scary.
Bowser's the mech fight, probably one of the biggest run killers in Super Mario Odyssey.
sure.
You know, you got a hard fight right at the end of the game. Traditional, of course, and yeah, looking about at a 50-second time difference here. A little less than 50 seconds.
Yeah. Boatron is going into Ruin. Quite possibly the easiest kingdom in this game. A lot of wasted potential for such a cool looking boss.
So, yeah, definitely for sure. But according to chat, looks like both runners are on PB pace.
Wait, really?
Apparently Cars is on, like with a very good RBM. Also, good TD. And then, Swiss hasn't checked, but, he thinks he's on PB pace.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. The run has been overall pretty clean. There's
Sure.
nothing huge.
It's like, I think both runners are going for this little Captain Toad hint art, which it's almost like tradition for a lot of players to just grab that for no reason.
Yeah, it might get to the point where just not getting the hint art will make your run invalid.
Cars finishing up the second phase as Swiss starts his first phase.
Yeah, Ruined. It's a good time to
Oh shoot,
check out
Cars
the
getting
runners.
wow.
Give them some love.
Sure, yeah. Both are massive gamers. Follow them and give them some love. We're having some trouble on that third key. But overall, pretty clean ruin by Cars. So with this multi-moon grab gets very weird for Ruin, but looks like
Very
wow, Cars
good.
getting a very fast one.
Nice man grab there.
Sure.
I mean, it's Ruined, so I would assume the time difference will stay the same.
Yeah. Might be like a slight difference here and there, but overall Ruin stays exactly the same. It's almost cycle based.
Ruined is an auto-scroller.
Sure. So looks like Cars will be hitting Globe at 53:12, and Swiss just now finishing the fight. Let's see how his multi-moon grab goes. Oh, missing the triple. The weird part of that multi-moon grab is that you're allowed to move Mario before he's actually on camera. And so you kind of have to move Mario without being able to see him.
Very weird. There's a lot of other times where that's the case, but in Ruined, it's like you have like a whole extra like 2 seconds to move without seeing him. It's just
Yeah.
odd.
So there is, yeah, the time difference stays exactly the same. Still a 50-second difference. As Cars enters Bowser's, probably the scariest kingdom in this game.
Yeah, very late game, long kingdom. Looks like Cars gonna be doing Crates route.
Interesting. I don't see a lot of players at this level doing Crates.
No, definitely not. Crates slightly faster.
Oh wow, Cars going for the railing long jump as well. Oh, doing some advanced strats.
Wow, very nice ogre.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Very clean.
See how Swiss does. Swiss enters Bowser's right about now. Swiss taking a slightly different line through the Goombas, a lot scarier, but also seems to be doing crates as well. Interesting. Ours will be going up to shards now. That's great to see. It's great to see, some, intermediate players doing some more advanced strats. Also fun going for the long jump rail.
Nice. Swiss also
Ours going up
very
shards.
nice. Yeah, Swiss also getting a very nice ogre. It's very good to see.
Ours having a tiny hiccup on that first shard. Oh, taking damage to the spine. The spine
shards,
is not
shards
nice.
is probably the hardest part in Bowser's, or bunnies at
Sure.
least.
And bunnies.
It's just, yeah, shards is not. Oh,
Missing the third shard.
taking
And
damage
taking.
from a
Oh,
bomb.
shoot. Shards.
Nice up.
This is a
Very nice.
scary
Very nice.
right now.
Oh, and
Oh,
a
no.
value dive. Looking like a value dive
Wait,
there.
both runners are tied now. Wait.
Yeah,
Are
they're
both runners
looking
tied?
tied.
Both runners are at the same
Just
part.
like that,
I guess
it's
Cars
looking-
has a
it's-
lead. You have to grab the
Yeah,
other four shards.
slight lead because already getting the shards.
Oh my
Swiss
God.
missing the first one, but if Swiss gets
Very
a
interesting.
Swiss could make up some really in a good time here with a solid
I
shard.
think Cars might have lost like over
Ooh,
25
Swiss
there.
looking like a little chaos dive there.
Yeah, the chaos dives there are very prominent.
Yeah, chaos dives are, if you didn't know, it's basically just when you go to do a dive and it drops the dive input, so you're kind of just about to ground pound. You can like save it if you're paying attention, but just another charming quality of this game.
Now, I don't think Cars will be going for Bowser Dram here. It's not too worth of a strat.
Bowser Dram can be very risky. Going for it.
Oh no, not Bowser Dram.
Okay.
Almost.
Oh, I thought. I've usually when I see someone go through the gate, I usually just assume they go for it. Because I think it's slightly faster to go to the moon from just outside the gate.
Sure, yeah. There's a little strat you can get on the roof from outside of the gate, and that's actually slightly faster than what Cars just did. It's like Swiss might be going
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. Okay, Swiss doing a little bit of faster movement here.
Very nice. Cars going for Harriet first. Unfortunately,
So either way, looks like Swiss will be taking the win because unless we'll see how this goes out. This was a good race. Oh my God, this race just became awful. Both Harriet first.
Oh, Harriet first. This is not
Both runners doing Harriet first. Very unfortunate. Do
Seems
not
like
like to see
both
it.
runners might have to call these runs invalid. I can't believe
Yep.
this.
Honestly, disqualify them both immediately, please.
But looks like Cars has just finished the Harriet going to Topper, while Swiss is just about starting the third phase.
Topper
is
first game. Please rise up now. Like we need Topper
Topper
game
first game.
to rise up.
Oh shoot, Cars taking some damage from Topper.
Yeah, this quite a Topper. Topper comes back throwing fists.
Oh
And,
no!
yeah,
Shoot, if
yeah.
Cars dies here,
Cars
I
gonna have to be
believe
really
Swiss.
careful here.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Swiss takes the
Oh
lead.
no.
Swiss is taking the lead. I don't believe it. Oh my God! Swiss took the lead. Wow.
Just like that. Swiss taking the lead.
This was over 50 seconds behind and came back.
Swiss
Wow.
Swiss with a very nice Topper fight. Very
That's
clean.
amazing. Oh my. Swiss is a very nice lead now. Like roughly like 10 to about 15 seconds of a lead. That's very nice. Actually, I think it's more than 15 seconds. Wow.
Left the moon at 58:57.
That is amazing. Wow. I was not expecting that. Yeah, Topper is very mean. Mostly
Looking like about a 15-second difference here.
but anything can happen when it comes to mech.
Yeah, let's see how. Also, crates can
Right.
crates can be kind of annoying.
Right. Looks like Swiss is going for the safer route by going up top.
Very
Probably a good
smart,
choice.
Very smart choice.
Yeah. Let's see what Cars does. Cars might have to go to the side if he wants to secure some extra time save.
I mean, there's still mech left.
It's like he is going to the side.
Taking a little time to line up. Makes perfect
Being
sense.
a weird lip grab. Let's see how this goes. Okay, Swiss was
Hitting over the railing. That railing is infamous for being just awful. So
a very weird hitbox.
Cars.
Cars!
Cars.
No, Cars over jumping. Very unfortunate. Oh man. The camera's very weird there, so it's actually quite easy to just over jump because you think that
Having a little troubles on climb there.
yeah,
Definitely not over. We still got the mech fight to go.
mech fight for sure. As Swiss is currently approaching now, the mech fight is infamous for killing PB pace runs late and being incredibly scary. Let's see how Swiss goes.
Swiss going.
Looks like he's gonna
Swiss going for left leg here.
Pretty interesting.
So we are seeing.
Oh,
Oh
no.
Okay, just gonna settle for birdless.
Looks like, yeah,
Probably
looks like
probably.
he's going to be getting at least the first phase with the bird. Honestly, a very smart move on his part.
Yeah, just quickly backing up, getting the bird.
Ooh, a much cleaner climb by Cars. I have never seen mech done like this. This is very interesting.
Yeah, very wall slide. I would have a feeling that the wall slide would throw you off there.
Yeah, for sure. There he gets
Hitting here.
phase.
Hitting
As
dot to the
Cars
spine.
enters, Cars going for right leg.
Very
Oh
nice.
wow!
Oh,
Oh my god!
oh,
Wow, that was very clean.
What a very clean climb. Oh
A
my.
very clean right leg. Look at that. Cars still bringing out the strats. That was awesome.
Yeah, honestly,
that.
ours faced some good time from that
Sure.
easily.
Let's see here. Let's see what Swiss does. Swiss for Rango. No!
Ours getting a
What
little
is
low.
happening?
Oh, it's falling off the mech.
What
What is happening?
Swiss opening the home menu. What is happening? Looks like Swiss still has a tiny lead.
Swiss,
This is
yes,
very
Swiss,
scary.
Swiss still holding the lead.
Oh my.
Oh,
It's anybody's. Oh my
Swiss not
god.
be able to.
Swiss.
Swiss getting back up though.
What is happening? Swiss, can he get Rango before getting thrown off? He does.
Hitting
Okay.
Rango. Okay.
Oh man. It looks like Swiss should be safe to grab Harriet. Oh my. There it
Swiss
is.
hitting Harriet, okay.
Hitting Harriet, having still a slight, actually, not too slight lead, a pretty big lead.
Yeah, Swiss. I have a feeling the gap's definitely been closed though. It's
For
definitely.
sure, yeah. It's a
There's still
significant
Moon. Moon cave skip. Nice hit from Kaiser.
My
Moon cave
heart.
skip.
My heart.
Um,
That mech is scary.
You know, everyone messes up Moon cave skip. There's a lot of bad. Just it's not fun. If you're not on the right part of the ledge at the top, you can pretty much guarantee a first frame jump
Right,
using
yeah.
your cap bounce.
A 103 flat fade out for Swiss, and we're gonna have to see what Cars gets. But the lead has changed significantly in this race.
With
Roughly 17 seconds, yeah. Wow, but anything can happen. Moon is very
Swiss can get a sub 5 Moon.
sub 5 Moon.
PB pace with a looking like a 451 Moon. So
451 Moon.
Swissconsin probably going to be handing over the controller to Big Brother Miles Pro.
Just casually getting Moon world record for a quick PB. Now, the scariest parts of Moon can be Moon vectors, because if you get a bad vector, it loses a lot considering you have low gravity. I don't know if either runner will be going for 2D skip, but fast hats as well.
Yeah, Moon fast hat. That's another factor. Are the same as Cloud, but plus it's Moon, so nerves can determine a lot of stuff.
Sure, I'm not sure if Swiss is still on TV pace or not.
I mean, sub 5 Moon, and it can.
Oh yeah, of course, because everybody casually sub 5 moons.
Swiss
getting a nice vector on his second jump.
Yeah, very decent vector.
Vector, an interesting line though. I don't see a lot of people going over there, but I mean, honestly,
looks like a safe line.
Pretty safe, yeah. Swiss deciding not to roll out there so that he doesn't hit that moon snake. Probably a good choice.
Cars, also some good looking vectors.
Looks like good looking vectors. Did not get much distance though, unfortunately. So could lose like around a second that moon vector. Swiss coming up to moon cave skip.
But Cars getting hit by the rock snake there.
Oh man, here we go. Swiss going for moon cave skip.
Doing the cap stall.
And nailing it.
Dropping cap stall. Very nice moon cave.
And there it is. A great moon cave skip. Swiss is going to be soon entering the Bowser fight, which we're gonna have to see how he does if he does fast hats, because those are different than the fast hats in Cloud.
It's mainly just the first phase.
Oh, Cars.
Having some.
Did not go for the cap stall, and still gets it. Wow.
Okay.
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 Flexing on us.
Okay. do your thing. Yep. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll just sit here.
Yep. I'll sit back. I'll sit back and enjoy the.
Wow. I am so terrified of doing moon cave skip without cap stalls. I don't think Swiss did any of the advanced moon for the first phase of Bowser. Let's see. Doesn't look like Cars is doing anything either. But let's see if it goes for the fast hat on the second phase.
Yep, looks like going for it. It's getting the second fast hat.
Still gets it.
Wow, this has been a very good match.
Oh,
very
100%.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Going from basically tied into wooded. Then Cars like flipping the difference.
Wow. It was
Overall,
like a 50-second lead at one point by Cars.
Yeah, it was a 50-second lead.
50-second lead.
Into
Takes
Bowser.
Swizz going for the damage boosted fast hat. Oh my god, I have no idea.
That was very sketch, but that worked.
I have no idea how that worked. How did that work?
I won't ask. I won't question.
I mean, yeah, whatever works.
It worked.
I have no idea how that worked.
But yeah, this has been a very nice race.
Swiss is going to be entering the Bowser portion of Moon. Now, there's usually nothing too crazy here, but Bowser controls are weird. But yeah, there's also
2D skip.
Not going for the third fast hat, so Cars is
in a way, 2D skip isn't the hardest, but missing loses about a minute.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure you still don't. I'm mistaken.
No, even Traven underscore. I can confirm that Traven underscore does not do 2D skip.
You don't understand it, but it is what it is. Swiss going to be entering the 2D section now, as Cars just starts the Bowser section.
I have determined that the U.S. Senate has confirmed that 2D skip is too hard, not arcade viable.
Yup. Alright, Swiss going up to it. Not going for it. Probably a good choice being safe.
Very, very smart choice there.
But I will say that if you don't do 2D skip, the section that you go to it's known for a lot of jump input drops, so that's why it can get very scary. Swiss taking it slow.
Danny Geffen with the Traven roasts. Very understandable.
See what Cars does. Now, Swiss is going up to the final area, Pillars, but Pillars can be very bad sometimes. Oh, Cars going for the 2D skip. A very great
Okay.
Awesome execution. Wow, that was perfect.
Very nice
Swiss
2D section.
Pillars.
My attention, it has been grabbed.
I think the only way Cars would be able to bring this back is a death in Pillars by Swiss. And I would assume he'd go very slow. That early pillar, not that great. still. Oh, is he still on PB base? Wow.
This might.
Come on.
This is very good.
Oh,
pillar.
this is a pause sham for me. Hold up. Now, this third pillar is awful, and that's all I can say about it. It's so awful. Like, a lot of your shots will get eaten. It's like basically luck. What a good first pillar by Cars.
Pretty much early pillar for Cars. Very nice.
Wow, that's awesome. Alright. Swiss being very safe. Good choice.
Very
looks
safe.
like Swiss is going to be taking the duck here. It looks like a PB as well.
This might. This look.
Whoa! Hold up.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, let's go,
Ooh,
Swiss.
a PB from Swiss. Getting the nice 3x. 109.37. GG.
Swiss ending with
also.
Cars doing his swipe. GG, Swiss. But Cars doing his swipe.
Looks
Honestly,
like
this was
also
a very good race.
Both runners hitting a sub 110. That's what you like to
Very
see.
wow. No,
Very-
109.50. That was a 109.51.
Looks like
by
it-
Cars, so 14 seconds.
Very close
Wow.
race. Wow.
Wow. What a race. That was amazing.
GG's to Swiss too on the 5-second PB. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Even
You
with a
can
weird
PB
mech, Swiss still pulling out.
You can PB with the weird stuff.
For sure. Wow. GG to both runners. Seriously, like big props to Cars. Cars played out of his mind as well.
Yeah, Cars had a very solid, just a lot of very solid, gameplay. Cars had
Sure.
a
Some
very
of
solid
Cars'
Metro.
movement- some Cars' movement.
Cars was going for
very
some.
clean.
Cars was going for some nice lost strats too.
Sure, yeah, he's I see some of his movement being way more advanced than what his PB actually is. It's impressive.
Yeah, and for the plugs, please go follow both the runners. Please.
Yeah.
Please do that.
I
Please.
believe there's exclamation point runners. Oh, racers, there it is, yeah.
Like you're
Follow
telling me
both
you're not gonna follow Swiss and Cars after putting on
Show like that,
fucking-
yeah.
craziest race like fucking like that. Like oh my.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh my. Are we gonna be pulling the runners into interviews or
Yeah. If Swiss and Cars have something to say.
you guys wanna unmute and give your thoughts on that race?
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Cars.
You can go first.
Alright, well, first off, big congrats, man. That was a very tight race through and through. And, yeah, I'm glad I was able to do this.
Yeah, it was
GG's
fun.
on the P.
GG.
Yeah. GG's on this PB Swiss.
Yeah,
Hog
Swiss,
you.
how do you feel, man? How do you feel after that
Dude.
PB?
Going in a pillar room, I was just like I think I had like a 107 pillars. I was just playing it as safe as possible. I was so
Right,
scared.
A PB
I mean-
in a race, that doesn't happen often.
The first time I've ever done it, yeah. And I mean, like, even though it's not that big of a PB, it just really shows me like how much I can improve with this game and how much of a better PB I can get.
Yeah,
So-
that's that's a very nice thing about races. You realize how bad things can go, and you can still clutch at a PB.
For sure.
That's true.
And
Right, so-
and Cars. What,
Yeah,
what were
how'd you
your
feel about
thoughts? What were your thoughts on the race?
Yeah, it went really well until Bowser's, man.
It's a
It-
mood.
Yeah,
I think
Bowser's.
I died twice there, and I fell off mech. It was horrible.
Yeah, Bowser's. Well, to be fair, you guys both fell off mech.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
in mech, it was very close.
It was airtight, yeah.
But again,
Real,
GG's to
though. I
both
mean-
of you.
I was looking at
Yeah,
the
thanks.
stream when in like luncheon, and I was like, "Oh, how much is he at by?" And he was like 50. And I was like, I just felt so sad.
Yeah,
Really?
I remember in mech I got birdless, and I was like, oh man, I might actually catch up, and then I fell off, and I was like, ah dang.
Yeah, you
It happens.
had a really clean first hit there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that right leg climb was awesome. I was very impressed.
Your luncheon also looked very clean.
Sure,
Thanks.
yeah. Any final thoughts?
Thanks for making this tournament happen, and good luck to the future runners. And thanks for commentating.
Yeah, no
of
problem.
course.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was a blast. Yeah. All right. Peace, guys.
Bye bye. GG again to both of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. See you, chat. Adios.